Hey everybody, it's Amy at Vex Yoga here with a gentle flow for you. This one is by request. So Gisela, this is your flow. We are staying on the ground today, so no getting up on our feet. I kind of brought all the props here so I can show different examples of things you can do to be comfortable, since I know we all don't have these props at home. So first thing we're going to do is just start off in a nice easy seat. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Give ourselves a minute to tune in here. If you'd like to grab your favorite music, go for it. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep breath in. Big exhale, big audible exhale. Push that air out. And get in and out. All right, let's go ahead and start with those neck rolls here. I know we do them a lot, but I think they're really important to start to warm up through the neck and shoulders, and we're going to be doing some shoulder stretches later, so this will help. All right, sitting up tall, lifting through that pelvic floor, little lift through our heart, shoulders roll back, heads in neutral. Inhale and exhale, chin drops to the chest. Right ear heads to your right shoulder. Let the head drop back. Left ear to left shoulder. And on around again. Keep going. Nice and easy. Now, if you haven't been keeping up your practice right now, then you'll probably feel really tight here. And if you have been keeping up with your practice, good for you. I'm really proud of you. I know it's a weird time we're in. And then let's go ahead and switch directions. Big circle. Other way, nice and easy. If it hurts, remember you want to slowly move out of it. Otherwise, keep on cruising here. And let's go ahead and bring our head back into neutral. Readjusting here again, lifting through that pelvic floor, lift that heart, heads in neutral. You might want to block here. This is all about personal preference here. On your exhale, extend your right arm out to the right side. Once you do that, if you kind of hinged into it, see if you can find yourself back in neutral. If your fingertips don't quite make it to the mat, that's where your block comes in nice and handy. And you might already be feeling a little stretch in your shoulder. I can already feel it in my right shoulder. To take things a little deeper, I'm going to tilt my left ear to my left shoulder. Now I'm feeling that stretch into my neck and into my shoulder. Really try to relax through the head without slouching. You want to stay up nice and tall through that spine. And now to take it a step further, take your chin and turn it towards your left underarm. Now we're getting nice and deep into that neck. If it's too much, gently guide the head back. It's okay. Do what's right for your body. And now one more step further. If you'd like, take that left arm, bring it around your head, resting that left hand on your right ear. Now, if this is too much, then don't do it. Remember, do what's right for your body. Oh, Aaron, we have to edit that. Sorry. It's at about the 5-minute mark. Now, to come out of this, we need to be really careful, right? So take that left hand, slide it over to that left cheek, and as you inhale, gently guide your head back into neutral. All right, time for the other side. Let's bring our left fingertips to the mat or to a block. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. When you're ready, right ear to your right shoulder now, stretching through that neck. Feel it from your ear into your shoulder. And then from here, if you'd like to turn your chin towards your underarm, you can do that. And now let's bring that right arm around, only if you want to. Remember, take it easy. Just letting the weight of your hand and your arms give you a deeper stretch. Don't actually pull or tug anything. And exhale, right hand to your right cheek. And inhale, bring your head back to central. Sitting up tall. Let's take a couple more neck rolls, 2 on each side here. Roll it around to the right. Maybe you feel a little looser now. I know I do. And then once you've done 2 in one direction, go ahead and move in the other direction. All right, let's go ahead and move our head back into neutral. Sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale. Let's bring those legs out in front of us. Now notice your glutes. You want to stay nice and even here on your mat. I'm going to sit on a blanket here. It's a little more comfortable, and I will feel a little more even and balanced when I sit on a blanket. I'm sitting on the blanket here. Sit up nice and tall. And inhale. Let's flex our toes toward us, stretching into the back of our leg. Exhale, point those toes away. Inhale and exhale. Stretch through our feet. Feels so good. We're going to do some foot stretches later. And let's draw circles out to the right with our big toe. And to the left. And relax. Maybe wiggle those toes if you need to. Now we're going to bring those legs as far apart as we can stand it here. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Feel that stretch already probably happening on the back of your legs. Now, if you get here and you feel like it's too much for your knees and you need to keep a soft bend, you can roll up some blankets, use some skinny bolsters, whatever you have, gently put that underneath your knee to give yourself a little more support through your legs. Otherwise, we'll hang out right here. Inhale, we're sitting up tall, we're sweeping our arms up. And then exhale, push the air away from you. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And we're going to stay right here. This time as we exhale, let's take our shoulders and turn them toward our right toes. Inhale, lifting our ribs off of our hips. Exhale, hinging forward, keeping that left hip on the mat if you can. Reaching out nice and long, and when you're ready, come all the way around, reaching for those toes here. If this is a little too much, you can always grab that strap here and give yourself a little walk your hands down the strap if that works for you. Or bring your hands to your shin, your hands to the mat, whatever you need to do here. As you inhale, press that heart forward. Imagine you're lengthening through your spine. Don't force that left hip to stay on the ground. If it's right now just coming up naturally, just go with the flow here. Do what's right in your body. Let your body take its path. Coming nice and as close to that leg as you can stand it. Feeling that along the back of the leg, maybe all the way into your back, depending on how you're feeling. And let's bring those palms to the mat and inhale, gently walk it up. Exhale here, and then inhale, sweep the arms on up. Exhale, turning our shoulders toward our left foot. Inhale, lifting, getting a little longer as we lift those ribs off of our hips. And then exhale, hinging forward nice and long. And then exhale, come on around and grab those toes. Inhale, heart presses forward. Exhale, head moves toward your knee. I'm going to try not to tuck my head in toward all the way in, because I've learned in watching my own videos that I get louder, and I don't want to get louder for you. So relaxing right here onto that leg, feeling that stretch. And exhale those hands to the mat. I could stay here all day. Walk those hands on up. Coming back through the center. A little creative movement here. Move your body from side to side. And then inhale, let's sweep those legs on in and make our way into a tabletop. You know what's coming. Good old cat and cow happening here. So getting into our tabletop here, pressing those palms in. Now, if this hurts, you can slide the hips back a little bit, giving yourself a bit of an angle in your arms. If it hurts your wrists or hurts your shoulders, giving yourself a little more stability here depending on your body type. So, but make sure you're not really pressing into those wrists, that you're still keeping the weight balanced out through the hand and through the fingertips. Pull that belly in. Nice and long through our spine here. Knees are right under those hips. Legs are hip distance apart. And then just settle in here for a few breaths. On your inhale, let that chest sink toward the floor. Pull it forward. As you press in, if you want to bend those elbows a little bit, you can, looking up at the ceiling. Continuing to press the earth away from you. As you exhale, again, press that earth and lengthen through those arms again. Tuck your chin into your chest, moving into cat. Again, inhaling into this cow. If you'd like to bend those arms a little bit, you can give your arms a little bend, relieving some of that pain you might be experiencing in your wrist or your shoulders. Exhale, back into cat, again, pressing the earth away. Keep going here at your own pace, taking as long as you like with each breath. And let's all meet back in neutral. And then we're going to walk those hands back until we're sitting on our heels. If this feels good for you, great. If there's trouble in your knees here, you might want to put a blanket between your thigh and your calf. Or if it hurts the front of your ankles, we're actually going to be stretching them, so we want to be a little careful here, a little extra careful. You can bring them onto a blanket if that feels better for you. Bring them right underneath of your feet here. So take a nice big inhale and exhale. Walk those hands back. Now that you're right here, you might already be feeling it. You're probably getting a nice quad stretch, maybe up into your hip flexor. Roll the shoulders back, lift through your heart. Kind of feel at those quads stretch here at first. One leg always feels it more than the other. Today it's my right leg is nice and tight. And on an inhale, I'm going to gently lift my knees up. Now, move slowly here, or move one leg at a time if you like. If it's too much for your ankles and into your shin, then gently stay right here. Just go where it's comfortable for you. No pain here. We don't want to be in pain. We just want to get that nice deep stretch. Oh, feels so good on the front of the legs. And as we exhale, we're going to release one knee at a time. Palms come around. Inhale, flip those toes. And exhale, sit back onto those heels. And again, You might be right here, and this is all you need for that foot stretch, so, or the back of your arch stretch. So stay right here, then don't force it. If you can come all the way up, then come all the way up. See if you can get all 10 of your toes to touch the mat. Take an inhale here, and exhale. Let those feet get that deep stretch here. I've been barefoot a lot recently, and that definitely has an impact on the arches. And exhale. Let's come forward back into that tabletop. Flip those toes and pat it out. My favorite part right here. I love how that feels on my feet. They get a little tingly and warm. And if you need to scrunch up your toes a little bit more, go for it. Then head right back into it. And then let those feet rest. And let's just move our hips from side to side here. Feels so good. I love that hip movement. Okay. Apparently I needed this today. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit back onto our heels. We're going to do one little chest opener here. Getting a little warm. Inhale, let's sweep the arms on up. Lift through that heart. And exhale, release those arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Let your head drop back if that feels comfortable. Or if it's a little much, then just stay right here. If you'd like to turn your palms out and really push your hands away from you to further open through that chest, go for it. And then if it feels good for you, you know your body here, gently come forward. Lift those arms off your back, but only if you want to here. This is totally optional. This is, if you want to bring your hands here, you can leave them right here. If turning the palms out doesn't feel good, you can keep them toward your back. And exhale those hands to your lower back. Release them back to the mat. Press the palms in and inhale, come back into tabletop. Exhale, let's lengthen through those legs and come on down to our belly. We're going to be moving into bow tie pose. So if you know what that is, great. If not, listen up. I'll get you through it here. We're going to inhale, lift our head on up, and take our right arm and walk it under our left. And then walk that left arm out as far as we can go, moving those arms as far away from you as you can. So they're going to look like this. And you're going to tuck them into your chest as far as you can, as close as you can get them to go. And feels okay. If it's hurting you, don't do it. Keep it a little looser. Now, you've got a lot of options here. You can stay right here, let that chin tuck or rest towards your arm here. Let the head and neck relax. If that's a little too intense, you've got your handy dandy block or a pillow, whatever you have, and you can rest your forehead right here. That'll take the strain out of your neck. And if it's all just too much for your chest and your arms, you could bring a blanket or if you have a skinny bolster and tuck it in right here to give you a little more support there. So you've got a lot of options here. Find which one works for you. And then we'll take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Let our head and neck relax toward our block, toward the floor, whatever our preference turned out to be here. Feeling that stretch in our shoulder heads right here on the back of our shoulders and right along the top of our shoulders. Hopefully this feels good for you. If you need to loosen your grip or loosen your tie of your arms and loosen that tie. And try to square your shoulders toward the mat. I know sometimes we're really tight so we end off on one side. If that's you, that's okay. But continue to think about squaring those shoulders to the mat and eventually loosening up that space. Every exhale getting a little heavier. Inhale, let's gently lift our head. Exhale, slowly move those arms apart. And then we're going to continue into our shoulder opener here. I'm going to take a blanket today and place it under my left shoulder. I like that feeling. Oh, that might be a little too thick for me. Open it up one more time here. And I'm going to bring my left shoulder on to this blanket. We're going to have an inhale here and then exhale. I'm extending my left arm out to my left side. So I'm trying to make a nice half T here with it. All right, nice big inhale. And then with an exhale, gently roll over onto that left side if you can stand it. Going as far as you can. Again, we're just testing it out here. Nice big inhale, nice smooth exhale. Making sure you're comfortable. If not, find what's comfortable for you. Sometimes we need a block or a blanket under our head to support the head and neck because you want your head and neck to be nice and safe in this position. So again, find what's right for your body and roll that chest open. Nice big inhale, nice smooth exhale. Now, if you're like me, I didn't leave myself enough room between the wall and my mat to stick my arm out. So you can adjust. I don't want to adjust because I'm afraid if I might mess up my camera placement. So anywho, live and learn. Now from here, if you'd like to take it deeper, bend that right leg, plant that foot flat on the floor behind your left leg, and as you exhale, roll those hips open, really getting deep into that shoulder. This can be really intense, and that's okay, but if you're in pain, then roll forward a little bit. Take it easy. And exhale. Let's roll back over onto our bellies. Sliding that left arm in as we inhale. Then on our next inhale, gently lift our head on up and exhale, slide that left arm under our right this time. Getting those hands as far away from each other as you can. Tucking them in towards your chest. Inhale, gently lift that head on up and exhale, relaxing into whatever's comfortable for you. And inhale, gently lift your head. Exhale, slowly moving those arms apart. And then we're going to let our chest sink toward the mat. Tuck those arms in. Have an inhale here and exhale. Extend that right arm straight out to the right side. And then with your next exhale, gently roll over onto that right side. Testing it out at first, making sure you like how it feels. And then when you're ready, bend that top leg and exhale, gently roll over. Roll those hips open toward the ceiling. Hopefully this feels good. If it does not, then remember, stay a little more forward. Don't get as deep into the opening of those hips. We want to stay safe. You can always wrap that tarp arm around your back if you like. And exhale, let's gently roll over onto our belly. Inhale, bring that right arm and press those palms into the mat. And inhale, press yourself up and then slide right on over into child's pose. Bring those toes together, hips slide back, knees about mat distance apart, long through the arms if you like that. Take a nice big inhale here and exhale, sink toward the mat. Let your head and neck relax. Bring your forehead to a block if you need to. Big inhale and exhale. Really sink into those hips. On your next inhale, let's bring our palms together and roll those shoulders away from your ears. But then on an inhale, bend at the elbows, bringing your hands to the base of your neck. Walk your elbows away from you, seeing how low you can go here, sinking that chest toward the floor. And exhale, press those palms into the mat. Gently come on up. And then hands off to one side. Sorry about my hair today. I forgot a rubber band and it's a little unruly. Hands off to the side. Sweep those legs around in front of you. Grab a strap, hug the knees in, and let's cruise on down for those hamstring stretches. Woo-wee. If you'd like to just hug the knees in here for a moment, take some gentle rocks from side to side. And then exhale, release that left leg back out to the mat. We'll take that strap and wrap it around the ball of our right foot. Right there. Or just underneath, right underneath the toes. And then on your inhale, lengthen through that leg. Push that heel up and away from you. Seeing if you can make a straight line. And check in on the back of your knees. Keep a little bend if it's too much for the back of the knees. We don't want to get into those tendons. Let the shoulders relax back. And then every inhale, lengthen through that leg. Imagine your shoulders are relaxing here. We're not holding on for dear life or taking it easy through the arms. We're just here to balance us and keep us in place. Now with an exhale, let's take those toes and start to move them toward the floor above our head. If you would like to reach up and grab your toes instead, you can do that. Every inhale, lengthen through that leg. Every exhale, bring those toes toward the floor. Hopefully that feels good. Bending the knee if you need to. Inhale, one more big push through that leg. And then with our next exhale, let's let that leg drop out to the right side. Taking care here. You can grab onto that strap with your left hand or your right, whatever works for you. Keep your left hip on the mat. And inhale, push through that heel here, really getting into that inner thigh. Bend the knee if you need to. Or if this is too intense, just don't go as far. Again, do what feels right. And then exhale and start to move those toes toward our head, like they're a little hand on a clock. And then inhale that right leg back to the center. Remove that strap. Inhale, give that right leg a nice big hug. And exhale, drop it over to that left side. Roll that right shoulder back onto the mat. Extend your right arm into this twist. If this is too much for your shoulders don't make it to the mat, put some blankets underneath of there. Make sure you're comfortable and supported. If this right leg doesn't like making its way to the floor right now, then put a block under your knee, whatever works for your body here. And let's inhale, come back through the center. Exhale, releasing that right leg out to the mat. And inhale, hug in that left leg. Giving it a nice big squeeze here. Let's take that strap and wrap it around the ball of our left foot. And on your next inhale, send that heel up toward the ceiling. Belly button pulls in, leg is strong. Remembering to bend into the back of that left knee if you need to. Shoulders relax back to the mat. And exhale. Let's start to move those toes toward the floor above your head. You could walk your hands up the strap if you like, or reach for those toes. Whatever feels right for your body here. Inhale, really lengthen through that leg, feeling that stretch. And then with an exhale, drop that left leg out to your left side as far as you can go. Mine's a little hung up on the wall here, but I'm going to push through my heel. Let that leg sink as far as you can. Keep that right hip on the mat if you can. Extend your right arm if that helps. Bend the knee a little if you need to. And on your next breath, let's sweep that left leg back up through the center. Remove that strap. Inhale, give that leg a nice big hug. And exhale, drop that left leg over to the right side. Roll that left shoulder back. Turning your gaze out over that left shoulder if that feels good. Supporting your leg if you need some support. And then inhale, let's all come back together here at the center. Feel free here to bring your legs to the mat and windshield wiper your legs if that feels good to you. And eventually hug those knees in. Take those gentle rocks from side to side. Massaging into your back. Maybe move those legs in a circle and massage into your lower back. Then one more nice big squeeze of those legs. And exhale, release them out to the mat. Arms are relaxed at your side. Feet might fall open to the outside. And take a nice deep breath in. Fill up your belly, then fill up your ribs. And audible exhale, let it all out. Big deep breath in. Big exhale out. One more time, bring in that air and imagine if it's coming in through your feet, reaching the top of your head. Then as you let it all out, completely empty of all your air, let your body get heavy. Let go of controlled breathing, sending those thoughts away. And relax into your final resting pose. On your next breath, bring awareness back into your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Rock your head from side to side. If you'd like, stretch your arms long above your head. And then making our way to a nice easy seat. Hug your legs in. Roll over to one side. Or rock on up, whatever feels good for you. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra today. You can keep your eyes closed here. We're going to do a couple of mantras. Feel free to repeat after me out loud or say them silently to yourself. I am safe and secure in this life. I have courage and strength. I love my body and I trust its wisdom. Thank you for being here. Namaste.